to Same Book, Three Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy! You're tuning in to our review of Snowflake by Nia Forrester.
So this month, we did Snowflake, and it's basically a romance novel about a couple college students who were going about their own lives, and they came together from a snowstorm. And we get to see what happens after that. That's all I'm going to say right now. So, okay. So, as always, when we start off, I want to know your initial thoughts when you got into this book, Snowflake. Just initial thoughts. Oh, that was a question. How do you pronounce the girl name?
I said out Asia.
Okay, I was like Asha, but he calls her Ash, and I'm like,
see, got to be Asia then. Got to be Asia.
So he called her Age. Like what is?
I think it's. I said Asia, and when I spelled it to Dwayne, he said Asha.
I said Asha too.
What she said to me?
I should have looked at her.
I don't remember, but I do remember Ash and him calling her Ash, and then him calling her Snowflake.
No, what? How do you pronounce her name?
Like, how do you pronounce Asha?
Asha. I don't know.
It could have been either one.
Asha
sounds, but it's just because he calls her Ash that makes it. Her name cannot be Asha. Why did she give her that name? Because I'm not gonna want to call her. We're gonna call her Ash. We just got to, because I don't know. We'll call her Snowflake. I don't know. That's me. No, I don't want to call her Snowflake.
Just call her whatever you want to call her. Call her
Ash. I think I always just said Ash. I don't know.
We'll just say Ash because
I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Okay, so your initial thoughts with reading the first couple chapters.
I thought that they were gonna get together, like with them being next door neighbors. I don't know. Like before they got together, I thought they would. I thought it was a good story. What were y'all initial thoughts?
Okay, my initial thought when they was describing Asia. I'm just Asia. She Asian to me. Asha, whatever, but Asian to me. I'm like, is she some kind of loner? Her face is always covered up. Is she hiding from something? Something happened. Those are my initial thoughts about her. I never thought they would get together though. I never thought that, because he's a little player, never wanting to really connect. Mm-hmm. So, I thought she was just a loner and something may have happened to her or something. I never thought what really happened to her though. Yeah. I was interested in my team.
I don't remember her name, but the girl that
Chantal,
he was like
Chantal or something like that.
Yeah. Yes. When she was like, they were going down the stairs and like they bumped into each other, and she was just like saying all these like bad stuff about her, like calling her Snowflake and stuff. And then he was like, "Do you know her?" And just like, "Why are you worried about if she know her or not?" Like that's what made me feel like he was like, I guess like interested in her, because when he was like.
Like when he did that, it made me feel like he was the type of person that didn't like talking about people behind their backs that you didn't know. It's like she was, because she did mention her like leaving school for a while and stuff. So he was like, "Oh, do you know her?" And, because she was basically, she was being rude. She was just like a special kind of snowflake. And you can hear the attitude, the type of, sometimes I feel girls can be jealous of other girls, no matter if they're popular or not. Mm-hmm. But then, you can hear it coming off. Even if this girl is sleeping around with everybody else, if anybody looks at this other woman, or I'm calling her Asha. I don't know. But I feel like she just, because there was a possible just look her way by Kaleem, the girl had to say something, rude. But yeah, I just felt like he just seemed like a type of person in that scene that he didn't care for people talking about other people like that. So he was like, "Oh, you must actually know her to say something like that."
Right.
But no, she didn't, of course, because girls are like that. So my initial thoughts in that first scene with Kaleem and the Chantal girl, already going at it, and you're already saying that he gives no craps about this girl. He just wants her because she's giving herself to him. You kind of, I like how she did that, because it's like you already getting this type of attitude about this dude. Like the type of person that he is, like those player type guys. And then of course you get Asha's side of it, who's very quiet. When she's like mysterious and stuff, I thought okay, y'all know how I am. I'm very shy. When I'm not around people like I don't like. I know, like I saw a lot of me in her because I'm very shy. I'm not a people person. I don't talk a lot. And when I go around or about and stuff in public, I'm the type of person who's going to try to be invisible. Like, I don't want to be seen. I'll try to hide. If I had the hair, like I'll try to put some, I'll do that. Especially like when I was their age.
You wouldn't even speak in passing?
No, like you would have to say something to me first. Like I didn't even smile. Like mama had to tell me, girl, you gotta stop looking like that. I remember like in middle school, this boy used to say, Dad, you walk around the street, like down the hallway, look like you want to kill somebody. Because I'm like, my face just be stone, whatever. And I'm just walking to go. I don't want to talk. I don't want to have nothing to do with nobody. I was like in high school. I wanted to be invisible, and I stayed that way, and I was happy. Don't talk to me. let me go about my business. And that's what I saw in her. So for me, there was a reason why I was like that, why I didn't want anybody to come into, my little world or whatever. Nothing happened to her extent. Mom, like the parent stuff. But like, yeah, like when you're like that sometimes, it has something, something caused that.
Right.
Something caused you to kind of close in or shut down or something. So yeah, she was shy for a reason. I didn't know why. We found out why later, but I related to that character a lot because I was really, that was that. And then the Ash part, come on. Like that's what everybody called me. So yeah, I thought my initials of her, like she was just a quiet girl. For some reason, she wanted to be unseen, but she noticed everything. Looking at that peephole.
Yes,
like watching the girls fight and stuff over this guy. Okay, so let's talk about, I guess, Kaleem a little bit. Let's just talk about how he is, because we learn eventually about his, his family life or whatever. But you see, like he's very self-sufficient. Like he doesn't want help from anybody. He wants to do everything on his own. He's very disciplined.
Very focused.
When yeah, exactly. He doesn't want any distractions, which is what he said about not having any relationships with girls. I ain't buy that. I bought it a little bit, but sometimes it just takes the right one, But I liked that. I didn't like the hoish part, because I just can't see dudes like that. I really, But the girls let them do it. The girl they pick the girls who allow them to do that, and they get to be that. So you can't just blame. This is everybody. They all participants of it. But yeah, like his discipline and his focus and his drive on what he was trying to do. His attitude was just so, it was like nonchalant. Then it was caring, and then it was like he'd get an attitude if you try to help him or you try to be nice, and it's like, dude. He was all over the place, but he was also like her. It was like layers to his attitude. It was layers to why he was so disciplined. It was layers to everything about him. So
they both had secrets.
They both had secrets. They both had family issues that developed them into the people that they were. Like him into the type of guy he was, following after his father. But then in a way trying to pull away from that. And then her with her mother, her mama. What is up with these mamas? Okay. So
who I thought about for her mama?
Nothing compared to
that.
What's that lady name? Miss Mary.
From Jack Harry.
Yes.
Really? Oh my God.
Because she so loved the men, honey, and the money, and going on vacation, and that's what I thought about.
Yeah, but okay, so her mother was Denise. Okay, so with Asha, what you call her? Asia.
That's okay. Go ahead, Asha.
Asha or Asia, whichever way it goes. Okay, so for her, somebody like talk about her a little bit, her character, because I did Kaleem.
That's so funny. The Nia Forrester, she's gonna listen to this and tell us what the this is what her name is.
I'm sorry, bro. I have not seen that name.
That's how it is when people read it. Their own interpretation.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just always called her Ash. I don't know, but.
So what you think about Ash?
I think that I did see you. I like her. She you said everything in your
she was a loner. I guess, coming into school when she first came and, by herself, not having any brothers or sisters or family, her only family, hobby, so far away.
Yeah.
So she grew up sheltered. To me, it seemed like she was sheltered. And the first person to give her any kind of attention or praise,
somebody that shouldn't have been.
She just ran with it. And for like 2.5 years, she was in that relationship with that guy.
Yeah.
Well, it really wasn't a relationship. For her, it was. But for him,
Yeah. And see, like, for her to close up the way that she did, I guess, to everybody else, because when I imagine it in my head, it's like when she came, even though she did not have a great relationship with her mom, and she basically spent all her time with Javi, like his grandma or whatever, I saw her like, okay, coming to school, wide-eyed, when you're excited about stuff, and then she got into that with old dude, and it kind of took away her college experience because she was with someone older. She was with someone she shouldn't have been with. I mean, they were adults, but at the same time, like, it just wasn't, a good relationship or whatever. It wasn't a relationship, technically. But I think that took a lot, especially we'll talk about what actually happened. But just being that girl coming from where she's coming from and then going into that type of relationship and then leaving school and coming back, I feel like she just came back. She most likely came back as a different person because you don't really see her. If she was like that, like her face and all that stuff, like if she was doing that before we finally meet them in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So I would have liked to have seen, somebody say, "Man, you used to be all yada 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 yada," and then that would have been cool. I mean, she wasn't the Black Lives Matter, right? With Zora.
That's what I was about to say. She was a part of something.
Yeah. Matter of fact.
But the only thing that everybody remembered was how she was reacting to him. That's all they remember. And that she had left and now she's back.
Yep. And of course, rumors, people do that. But they knew, most of the part because it kind of played out. So those two, Kaleem and Asha, living across the way from each other.
Asha.
I thought it was really cute because she admired him from a distance, and like he didn't really see her, No. Then it took everybody to be away from school for him to finally, see her. When they were like, she was coming down the stairs and he was going up. And they found out about the lights and they went to the maintenance or whatever. Yeah. But for her, that's like being around a celebrity or something around the school. Even that little interaction, that was exciting for her. I mean, he was, looking at it too. But he do that.
She watched him. She watched him from afar for so long, honey. So she just imagine all kind of things.
Yeah, but I'm sure also that was something or a conversation, an interaction or whatever that she never ever thought would happen or could happen between the two. Even just talking and having a conversation because she was so like, shut off, everybody. So I love that she always reading books and stuff. That's, That's what a lot of people. I don't need friends. I got my books. But yeah, she had her issues. So we'll go to okay, when he got hurt. You know, you saw the dynamic before that when he was like talking with his friend Deuce, and Deuce is rich because his father or whatever in the business.
Woo. Yeah.
I know, right? And now he's in love, which, you know, a lot of guys feel like that when their best friend is in love with a girl and they kind of like get kicked to the side a little bit because the girl always has their attention and stuff. So that's kind of where Kaleem was.
Hi, when he felt like that?
He did. He said that. He said
that. I didn't see it.
He said that, like when the dude was like he's just head over heels for this girl.
Well, yeah, he's a head over heels, but he never like kicked him to the curb or anything.
He didn't leave him or nothing, but this is a distance. He spoke about that.
It's not like y'all making it seem like
not like they broke apart, that they weren't friends. I mean, no.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he had a girlfriend and they was all, you know,
lovey-dovey and stuff. And this almost like kicked to the side, but you still in the same room. Is what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
like,
they all hung out.
Yeah, the tension is there, but then, you know, sometimes he's like, okay, like, really, can y'all stop? Like, that type of thing.
No, because when Ash pointed it out, he was just like, I don't even notice it anymore.
Yeah, later, yeah, he said, but he said that briefly in the beginning. I guess they be talking mess with each other though.
Oh yeah.
So this Deuce, that's Zora, his girlfriend. And then, you know, he talks to his mom. He little snippy with his mama. In that first conversation, when they started talking about, he started talking about her getting like a friend.
You talking about Kaleem mama?
Yeah, Kaleem and his mama. When he was saying like, you know, like she shouldn't be lonely or whatever or alone.
Right.
On holidays, and she needed to go out and get a friend and stuff. And she was like, I'm not doing that. You know, like I got a husband. You know, but she didn't say it at that point. But I thought either his dad was sick and died.
I thought he was dead.
I mean, I thought, okay, then I was like, maybe his dad left them.
I thought that too.
The prison thing, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was
he kept using the word gone. He gone.
Yeah, when he first said gone, of course we all assume he dead. And then once it with his mom, it's like, okay, he must be talking about like, yeah, either he left them.
Right.
So he really talked about his dad and like he just didn't exist anymore. And that was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, we can, you know, I can relate to that.
He was really, I mean, you know, it's understandable because the way he raised him, he put a lot of discipline in him. And why with the running thing, I don't know. Maybe because that was his passion. And then it became his. And then he tried to make it
theirs.
Yeah. But he always looked back at the things that he said to him, the times that they spent together.
Yeah.
That's what hurt him so bad, because he tried to, you know, teach him how to be a man and what to do for your family and all of this. But then this happened and you chose to, well, from his Kaleem eyes, you chose to do this. And now because of your actions, you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's like, it's one thing, like I'm not trying to bash the people who put me in this world, but it's one thing like when your father goes off to prison and you didn't know him like that, he wasn't around like that, so it's not like you really missed out on much. You always miss that part of your life, but you didn't miss out on what you didn't know that he could be. You just know he's not there or whatever. But with Kaleem, he had a good dad, he had a good father, a father figure. This was like a great person who was raising him to be a really respectable man. And to lose that, I think that hurts more because he was there. He was there. It's not like a father that's not there and has never been there. Like he was there for every moment.
But he didn't want any connection after that. He didn't want any kind of communication.
I didn't agree with that. Like
I don't agree with that either.
I'm sorry. I didn't agree with that.
And he was It's right there, not even far from the house. That's tough, though.
For what, almost 10 years? So my question was, how old are they? They're like 20, 19, 20?
He was 9.
19, do you? Because he's 9 right, when he left.
He was 9 when he left, but they was in a last year of college. So what's that?
But if he's been there for like 10 years, almost 10 years, you just like that's like 19.
Okay.
But then later in the book, he said he was like almost 11.
Oh well, it could be, yeah, because the 9 was when I think was it 9 when he started running by himself, or 11 or 10.
So I think it was 9 when the dad, because that's when he started running by himself. But that's also, if I remember right, when his dad went to, when he did what he did to go to prison. Never know how long it is when they actually sentence them, because they be doing that too.
You want to see how old Kaleem them are, or how long is that when you did?
I was saying, for how old was Kaleem? Because I felt like he was super young to be graduated. I thought he was like 19. I'm like, didn't he just get in there? But you can get in.
I don't think they ever really said a number.
They didn't, but they said he was like, okay, right here it says he was only 10 years old then, when his dad went to prison. So he's 19, 9 years later. But he's about to graduate from college.
His daddy was only in jail for 9 years or 10?
9, while we're doing this story. That threw me off a little bit. Okay, whatever.
It's possible. I mean, you're smart.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to when he hurt himself, whatever. And Asha basically was taking care of him as his neighbor. Would y'all have done it?
No.
Like,
I guess because she likes him, then yes. But like, I wouldn't do that for her. If I was her and I really like the dude and I've been watching him, stalking him. I can see like her doing that because she likes him. She wants to help him.
I mean, I would do it. I mean, it's not like he slept in her bed or anything. He was on her couch. I mean, he was sick, so.
Got nothing to do with me. I'm a loner.
Because, even the first time he came over, they had like breakfast or something at her house, her apartment. I don't know. I was like, why? Y'all know I'm crazy. Like, no.
I mean, it's nobody there. So why not? I talk to somebody.
See, I don't. But then she did like him. But then that's the opposite of me too. Because if I did like you, I'm gonna be extra. Nah, going over there, nope.
But he kind of forced his way in anyway. How can you say no?
I guess so. But she did like him. She wasn't all the way shy when she started, because she wasn't shy. No. She took care of him, the fever, the soup, and then he gets the invitation, of course, to go. Okay, this is part. So he gets the invitation to go to Thanksgiving dinner at Deuce's house with his rich family, and it's like a mini hotel.
Yeah.
So him going, I get it, whatever. But for him to invite his neighbor, who he like basically met like a day or so, talked to a day or so ago, and then she agreed to go.
But first, when he invited her, I was like, what? But I thought, they are there by themselves, and he did just befriend her, and now they ain't gonna leave her by herself. I thought it was kind of strange, but I liked it. He's not gonna just leave her. And then the lights that went out. No. He didn't really want to go anyway.
He was fighting that.
If she had said no, he probably wouldn't have went.
That's true.
Yeah, he said that though. He wasn't gonna go without her.
Oh, he did?
He told his friend that.
Well, ain't that sweet?
What do you think about it? You thought it was strange? It's strange.
No, I know. Yeah, it is. But I wouldn't have went.
I mean, she knew them.
I wasn't gonna die.
She knew the girl because she was in the Black Lives Matter or Black.
And she knew dudes too. But she knew him, but she knew him.
Yeah.
She knew who he was, you know. It wasn't like strangers. She just
like just going to his family or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they knew who his parents were because they, you know.
Everybody know that, yeah. What did he do?
I would have went.
You
I
don't
know, but I know a lot of famous people was there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever mentioned, like what his dad did for, like, why was his dad so rich or so famous? Like,
I don't remember that.
No, because it was like he said it was like she said it was a whole bunch of like top 100 Billboard artists there. So I'm like,
yeah,
I don't remember
with music.
It was Diddy.
No, it wasn't.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
But they shocked me anyway. Their relationship.
Who?
From the beginning.
Oh, them two.
I mean, can this happen?
So in the beginning, didn't it like say like he tried to say something to her before, and like she just like she's always like in and out. Like anytime he ever catched her in passing, she was always shy.
Yeah, I think she was just avoiding contact with anybody. Like It could be a couple of reasons. She probably thinks that everybody know, and you know about her somewhat of a secret.
But I thought that was like one of his thoughts though. Like in the beginning, like I thought he had mentioned that.
No,
it's
like him saying that every time that he's been in passing with her, it's like she's like real quiet. Like he's tried to speak, but it's like she's always like gone. Like I don't know.
She always turn her focus to something else when you know how like when you walking past somebody, she act like she looking to a person, or something like that.
Like she was avoiding people. Yeah, I get that.
When I read that initially, I'm like, man, is she so? Because you know he was saying how beautiful she was. You know, and I was like, is she that pretty that she just can't make eye contact with people, or what? Because I didn't know the background of her at the beginning. I'm like, well, dang, what? She thinks somebody gonna want her, or what is it?
Like I didn't think it was I didn't think she was like stuck up or nothing. I just felt like she was just avoiding any type of interaction with people. I think she was just trying to just get on through it.
Get her degree and go.
Yeah. I think that was kind of cool. We'll talk about it when it comes back up. But y'all remember when in this dream when he thought his dad was calling him and he said it's time.
Yeah.
And then it came back at the end of the book of like, man, that was good. That was like a real connection, you know, with his dad, and they didn't even know it. That was really was it Ibrahim? It's just another name. How you say it? I want to say Abraham. It's not.
I want to say that too.
Ibrahim.
Dwayne said. You said Ibrahim.
Nah. Ibrahim. I'm gonna say Ibrahim or Ibrahim.
Did he have a nickname? Because I called him Liam.
Girl, I don't know where you got that from. That wasn't in there.
But yeah.
Because even with Kaleem, he said that his parents called him Kaleem, like Kaleem.
Like Clem.
No, he said that. He said Gene, the white dude who was his boss, called him that.
Gene called him Kaleem, like we said, right? But it's supposed to be Clem.
What?
Yeah, we saying it wrong.
We saying it wrong. His parents, I thought his parents said it like Kaleem, like Kaleem.
Clem. That's what I thought. Clem.
We saying Kaleem. It sounds cute.
Yeah, I call Kaleem too.
Thanksgiving at the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the day before, right? Wasn't it the day before? And they were like, you know, talking to all the people, whatever. And then she ran off to hide. I'm like, girl, that is just like me. I wouldn't be in all the people. I would have ran off in the room. I don't want to sit around. But it was like a room full of all these things.
You already at the mansion?
Ain't that where we at? What? Oh no! I'm sorry. Back up. I'm sorry. The train ride, cause yeah, he had asked her, if she wanted to go. Yeah, the train ride.
She went and got them breakfast and
oh yeah,
and met her ex. Well, whatever we want to call him.
So when they met at the cafe car or whatever, did she mention that he was her ex? Because I think he just said to the girl that he was with that was like his former student or something. Like at that point, we knew because of how she was acting with him that something happened between them.
Yeah,
he did. I didn't think that.
I thought at least like a
like they messed around or something. I didn't think like she had like a baby in a miscarriage. Like,
nah. I just thought that, you know.
Yeah, he said that she was his
just yeah. So that's what he said. I didn't like that scene. I didn't like that. What's his name? Bennett. With his girl. At
first I said I never would have thought that she would have dated an older man, but then as she went on to talk about Javier, you know, being older, and that was, you know, I guess she gravitated toward older men, I guess. I don't know, because Javier was like, he was
like almost 10 years older than her, maybe.
Yeah, like he was grown when she was still a kid.
Yeah, like 7. Yeah, he was 17 and she was like 9 or something, 8 or 9. Yeah. Dang, that is a big jump. I mean, I remember saying like that would have been an inappropriate relationship at any other time, but because he didn't like her.
Mama was too into man. She didn't notice she had a daughter.
Oh my gosh!
But I mean, I guess I ain't too mad at her. I mean, it sucks that she didn't have a bond with her daughter, but at least she took care of him. Cause I ain't have mama took care of me. At least she was able to stay in the house.
That's all she did.
That's all she did was she gave her a place to stay.
That's it.
Yeah. Man, she was rude though. Like, I mean, it's like not rude, but like even just one of the scenes, like not some scenes, but she was like, you know how they go like back and forth sometimes. But she was talking about a time where she was like telling her mom there was no cereal, and her mom cursing her out. Like,
why you ain't get it? Why you ain't get it from the stove?
Like, I gotta do everything around here. I'm like, dude.
Was she even 9?
Probably not.
Was she 6? She was a kid. She
wasn't 10. I know that.
That don't make no sense. So she didn't have that. So of course, you know, I'm glad she had Javier, like for real. Because otherwise, yeah, she would have been completely on her own. And I like how, you know, she continues to say that she's using him as like an emotional crutch. And you do see that, like, every time like something happens, you know, like we always talk to our friends and stuff, but anytime there's something serious that she wants to talk about or anything that she's feeling, she starts to stop herself.
From calling him? That's later on, yeah.
Yeah. But
I think he don't mind, you know? Like, I think
but I think it was just her thing.
It bothered him. But it bothered her.
She mentioned that too, though, about her not, you know, about being a burden on people. So in the car, in the train, you know, that's what that was the second time he called her Snowflake. You remember they had that conversation?
Oh yeah, the first time he's mad after his foot.
Oh my god. Girl, that attitude after she just trying to help you out. That made me
mad. Yeah, but he loved running, and then he wanted to get paid, and then like his first day, like
all his plans,
like a half a day working. I mean, I can understand he was mad. I would have been mad too.
Yeah,
like, man.
But like snapping, like I don't know. I'm not a snap on the person. I don't know type of person.
But she didn't hold it against him, which was right. You know, she saw that he was hurt and just was checking on him, and you know,
like, well, F you too, and I wouldn't talk to him no more. But don't be snapping at me. But yeah, so his explanation of the why do you call me Snowflake? He said that she was mysterious, fleeting.
He's smooth, tap at the dog, like top of the dog, like
it was like no hesitation.
Snowflake because that girl called her Snowflake.
Right. That's the only reason he said that. He probably wouldn't even thought to call her that. No other way.
Yeah, you was trying to make her mad because you was mad, and she did nothing to you.
Yeah.
But she bold. She's like, "Why you call me that?" You know, like some people just would have just been like not liking it, but not saying nothing.
Yeah, that's how I say like she's not shy. Like, she is bold enough to say things and ask questions that a lot of the girls wouldn't. Like, she has a lot of questions, like, even from the jump, you know. Yep. Even on the train, you know, when she finally got him to open up about his dad, clearing up that he's not actually in prison. I mean, he's not dead, he's in prison because of what
right.
Yeah. So she definitely she wasn't shy for stuff like that. Which gave her, like, again, it gave her layers. Like, who is this girl? Like, first, you know, she hides herself because just, I think, just the embarrassment, possibly, because
I think
of what happened. You think everybody's looking at you, everybody, you know, whispering, everybody knows. But she definitely knows how to hold a conversation and get all the people's business. Like he said, he ain't like for girls to be all, he don't like that psychoanalysis and being dissected, so he talked to girls unless they was in bed with each other. Like, sorry, people, you know, that's how you get to learn people, and he just wasn't up for letting that part of his life, you know, be all open.
You know what I was thinking, like at the beginning of the story, how, I don't know, with these stories we've been reading, honey, but it just seemed like all the females are just so innocent and have freckles. Is that a thing now?
They all
have freckles.
I remember Milan had freckles from who was a friend. What did we do last time? Wait, Allie had freckles?
Didn't she?
From Wonder. It's possible.
Yeah.
But Asha's the only light-skinned one.
She's a snowflake.
Like, a lot of times when I, like, you know, a lot of light-skinned girls, like, I be seeing, like, the freckles. It's cute. But yeah, the freckles. She had the light eyes. The other times it was like the men.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the first.
Yeah. But she's like, she identifies as black, but a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that was so sad. I hated that part for her. The not knowing part. I mean, let me tell you, it sucks knowing. It sucks knowing when they're not around, but you know who they are. But, like, to not know even his ethnicity, like, that really bothered her. And she studied people. You know, like she was saying, she could tell, like, what kind of tribe he might be from. How Kaleem might be from because of his skin tone and bone structure and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, they do. And then inexperienced thing a little bit too with these women that we've been reading about.
But she wasn't hesitant in any way. She wasn't hesitant in any way. Whenever the situation came up, she was ready.
Yeah.
You know how she, like, would ask her mom who her daddy was, and, like, her mom was like, it don't matter, you ain't here or something. Her mom ain't know who her daddy was. All the men she could be
it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible, but
I feel like
she's with these men for a little bit. She's with them for a little bit. It ain't like just hit it and go. They be with each other for a little bit till they dump her, right?
Unless her dad was not one of them, because when did she start, like, getting this, you know, dating these these rich dudes and stuff who, you know, will get bored with her after a little while. Yeah. Sometimes that happens after, you know, realize, you know.
Right.
Because if it was one of those dudes, I'm pretty sure she would have made him pay. The type of, you know, she don't sound the type of person who would have just let him get off the hook. Well, I mean, we don't know her.
Yeah, we don't know her. We really don't know her. We don't know her.
I don't know. That's true. It could have been either way. But I feel like she knew. She should have, you know, at least tell her what she was asking for. She ain't say, give me his phone number. You know, she could have said something. You know, parents got to think about stuff like that and what that do to your kids.
She wasn't a parent.
No.
They was roommates.
They were roommates. That's what she said.
She let her stay there. But
you should let her stay there. Had no other family. Like, that sucks. Mm-hmm. But, you know, there was something about Kaleem that I had wrote down. I had forgot to say about the things that he learned from his dad about the cleanliness of your body and mind and spirit, how he's supposed to have respect for women and protect them and stuff like that. And then Kaleem was like, I'm not I'm not gonna be, for your mind or your spirit, but I can at least satisfy the women.
Right.
That's most what I'm gonna do. I'm like, dude, it's like his dad was teaching him stuff, and then the karma part about how he got his foot messed up when he said because of how
even with that girl, and he knew he didn't like her.
Messing with her, like kind of stringing her along. So that's what he thinking. That's what he get. That's his payment for doing that. So first of all, who do parties? Is that the rich people thing? Do the party the day before Thanksgiving and then on Thanksgiving?
Oh, they just turned up like.
He did it, didn't he? He was with his dad, and then we had to go with his mama.
Well, no, the night before.
Like
Thanksgiving.
before,
That was like a full-on party.
Oh.
The night before. Yeah.
It was Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving Day when that girl was all up on
okay. Hold on.
You need help getting up. I'm like, dang, like the capital HOE. Like
she was all up on that. Okay, so at the party, whatever, she disappeared, and then she went to her room with the drink, thinking she'll like get a little liquid courage to come back down and try to interact a bit. I think. Well, no, we did notice that about her when it was like crowds and stuff. She didn't mesh, or she didn't click, or she didn't, find her space to talk to people. Like you had to really kind of, dang, she didn't like that too. Yeah, you did kind of have to babysit or like be with her to have her be included in the conversation at that point. So she'll try to like just move on to the side like she did at that gathering. That's a lot of people. That's intimidating.
I don't like crowds either, and then I would have been intimidated too.
I would have too. To be honest,
that's the only part I can say I relate to her.
But that was Kaleem's bad because he knew that she didn't know anyone, and even though he knew, Bruce's parents and Zora, she didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, like if you're gonna invite somebody, you're supposed to hang with them, right?
Yeah, keep them company.
Did he really know that she wouldn't? That she'd be uncomfortable? Because I know she mentioned it a little bit, but like jokingly, like would he have known? I mean, I would think he would assume that from how she acted, actually.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, it's kind of obvious.
But he did that a lot. Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, like when she went home with him and they went to that party. Oh, he made me mad.
Oh, he made me mad too. Oh, he made me.
Okay.
Now you want to be superhero after you done left for yeah. I don't like
somebody start dancing on it, then he want to come in.
Yeah.
That's how I do though.
Okay. All right, let's go back.
Like got that daddy that just love his wife and you just go. Oh, when he
on your side move.
When he not found out about sex, but when he's seen his parents. And then his dad, the way he explained it, I like that. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, he did. He's a manly man. His dad.
Yeah, especially even with the dishwasher thing. When the mom wanted to go to rent center, he's like, no, like I'm gonna get this for you. And he found one, and they installed it, and that was like his pride to be able to provide in his way. Not depending on anybody, and that's what he taught his son. I mean, sometimes you can take help when you got friends like Deuce, I guess, but but yeah, like he was very, very hard on allowing anybody, even with his injury, he was getting on my nerves every time she tried to help him with his foot or even try to take his boot off. He was like,
he ain't used to that.
She checked him out. She was like, "Do you don't want to help him?"
I forget it then.
I'm kind of liking it now.
Oh yeah. Okay, so after this first party, then they all hooked up and they went upstairs to, I guess, the little wing or whatever they were doing, playing what's it called, pool, and the girls was like hanging out and they were talking about whatever, and then that's when the night that they kissed each other the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Kaleem and Asha.
He kissed her.
He did kiss her. She said that. He did kiss her first. But then yeah, like she just went, she was into it. Like she whatever it was, went across the table or whatever to sit down so they can do it somehow. I'm just saying, like she wasn't shy about that part. You know, you were like, oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Why is he kissing me? But then no, let me get closer. Wait a minute, come here. You know,
Right.
like she was very. I mean, she wanted.
Right.
But yeah, so after that, that was the what?
Did he say that you want me? And she was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, for everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thanksgiving morning, at her
Her
apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving morning at where?
When they went to her house, her apartment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just remember the sex scene.
Oh my god. Really?
You know, when Kaleem had said, you know, they was kissing and going and doing all that kind of stuff, and he said, you know, don't worry about it, I got you. Y'all remember that part?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I said, Ashley.
Why you say my name? It wasn't me.
I
I said, Ash, you better not. You better not listen to him and just do it. That's what I thought.
I thought they were gonna do it, and I'm like, y'all need
right.
no.
Me too.
Yeah. When he said I got you, I'm saying, ain't no pull. They, what they call it, pull out stuff, and then no.
Don't trust him, and he'll play it too. Don't do it. No.
That's why after that scene,
I thought he was about to go down on her because it's like they both established that neither one of them had protection.
Yeah. But
I didn't get that right away. I thought when he said that, I thought, you know, they just gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
I got you, man. I'm not gonna get you pregnant.
Right.
That's what I saw at first. But so yeah, so she wanted to tell him that it was the first time that anybody went down on her.
Yep.
I mean, he could obviously tell.
I was like, yeah. But yeah, so dang, they were in their bed for a while. I think it happened like 3 or 4 times, something like. I think it was like oral, and then it was like his hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was gone. Like, she was gone. He already had her. And they ain't even go all the way. That's so funny.
Ain't that so?
And then a shower after him telling her, let's take a shower. She all like trying to cover up her body. I'm like, girl, come on.
He's like, I just give it to your legs.
From the inside and out.
So I was just between your legs and you worried about me seeing your body. Like, really?
Well, we do that.
I mean, we do.
I have done that.
We do. But that for her, I don't know. I just didn't see her.
She's like, that's different.
It's different. It is. For her.
No, she's like, that's different.
You know, I'm like, oh, don't look, you know.
I ain't never done that.
Shut up. But yeah, so, but even before that, we saw like, what's his name? Javier, their conversation or whatever, when she was getting the food. I liked him because he really was like all for her. He always wanted to like make sure she was good and stuff.
Yeah.
But like in that scene, like in that part, we found out she just feels like she's always a burden to people, and she doesn't want anybody to have to babysit her when they're supposed to be enjoying themselves and having fun. But she kind of does act like that, because she kind of does act like that. So yeah, before they did the shower, then you found out about the mom telling him about the daddy want to see him.
When she said that, I thought like he was like out of jail. Like I didn't think that he wanted him to go to the jail. I thought he was like out.
No, I knew he was still in there, still in the chains.
It shocked me because I mean, after all these years,
I just felt like if he didn't want to see you, didn't want me to see you in jail. Like I figured like he was getting out because that don't change. Like you still don't. Whether I'm grown or not, you still don't want me in that place. But I thought he was getting out already.
I thought that was odd though. Like after you read everything, it's like if I guess the timing was good for Kaleem, but it was just odd for him after he got 6 more months, and now you want me to come after you've been denying this thing that I've been wanting for like almost 10 years. And now you just expect him to come running, you know, and that's when everything.
I would have found me a way to get up there because he said it was so close to the house. I would have found me a way to get up there every day.
Wow.
Like, so I'm gonna be up here every day
until my daddy see me.
Yeah, I'm coming every day. Vegetation, what's up?
Man, he was like.
But he had a lot of respect for his dad, you know. So it's like he respected his dad wishes. So I guess I could see that too. Cause I ain't had no respect for none of mine. So now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. If I had a parent that like loved me like he did him, and he wanted me not to be up there, I wouldn't have went up there.
He had respect for him, yes, but he still was angry with him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he would have been angry with him even if he did talk to him, because he would have been angry that he's not there.
No, no, because they still would have been able to have that connection, that father and son connection.
If it never stopped, and like when he was right up in there, like, look, you know, you understand the situation, like that. If they were communicating from then, it'll be moments in life where your dad would miss out on things, and you would, you know, feel bad about it, but y'all would have been communicating, and through that, you would tell him everything. He'll be filled in on everything, and you know, y'all can talk about things, pictures, like, you know, sending him, you know, all these kind of things.
Yeah, I think
he missed out. I think he missed out. But I mean, you know, things, you know, they work like that sometimes, I guess. But yeah, so that's after the shower, they talked about that, because she mentioned about Bennett on the train.
Yeah.
Oh, she said I would have ran.
But yeah, they talked about that. Her saying, like, are you angry at your dad? And, you know, he's like, it's like he has this internal fight. Like, he just wants to push it all down. It never wants it to resurface. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to feel it, but you're feeling it. You're behaving the way that you are because you're feeling it and not talking about it. He don't talk about it with nobody. And this basically stranger, you know, he's letting it all out. But yeah, he kept trying to fight that. Even during that time at the apartment, he kept trying to fight going there with her. He kept saying that, like, he didn't want to go there with her because he didn't want to hurt her. Like, she deserved somebody who was actually going to give her the things that she needed in a relationship that he thought he wouldn't ever gonna do or give to any girl. Okay, so that's Thanksgiving. What happened? Okay, so yeah, Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, the dinner when you said, "Oh, girl, talking about you an athlete? Don't you supposed to have your crutches on, both? Let me show you how to do.
Let me help you go get it. Where is it?
Like, dang, dude, he injured. He's still in college. Just calm down.
He ain't got nothing for you, girl. He ain't got no money.
You're trying to catch him early. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Catch him early so they can think, you know, that you was there before he blew up. You know, she went upstairs again. She snuck off, and Kaleem actually came over there with the dessert or whatever. And that was the night that she was about to go to sleep in her bed, and he was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. So skipping to them go. I mean, like, literally, it would just happen just like that. Him getting money from reluctantly, like he was really. He wanted, but he took it. His friend cursed him out for him to take that money.
Like, dang, just act like it's a freaking, just say it's a loan or something.
Whatever you need to say.
Yeah, like whatever you need, just like, dang.
But I think that was cool that they were all like supportive of him going home to see his dad. And I mean, I can't believe he made the decision. Like, I really didn't think that he was going to do it. I thought he was
He got a great dad. Why would he not want to go?
Because he was so mad. Like, he kept saying, like, he didn't want to do it. I didn't think he was going to. And then just hours later, he was like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and go. And then she offered to go with him. That was funny.
Yeah, because they're on that level. They on that. She was like his support.
That fast.
And, that's what I really liked about it. She was really interested in their relationship.
Because of lack of hers.
Yeah. So, and I guess that's why he, when when it was time for him to go to see his dad, that he what he said, asked. I thought he was asking a bit much of her, asking her, like, you're not coming. That next day he was supposed to go. I was like, no, of course I'm not going. That's for you.
Yeah, he expected her to actually come into the prison with him to see. It's like, dude, you don't even know my last name. You just learned it. We don't know it. Yeah, I wouldn't have. Yeah.
He was using her like a crutch, just like she was using Javier as a crutch.
Yeah.
When she offered to come with him, I thought that's what she was offering, like to go to the prison with him. But when she pointed out that, I'm going with you to the place that, I thought that was good because they did need to be one-on-one and it's like a family, situation.
Right.
I mean, I think in a short time, I mean, they did a lot.
They did a whole lot.
Yeah. So when they went to California, and he was like showing her around and stuff. She met the mom like that evening, and then the next day, like
his mom, you sleeping on the couch, and
girl,
she
you better know it. Like you need help.
That ain't what happened.
No, of course not. No, of course not. I knew that was what happened. Nah. He wanted her too much, and like you can tell. So he's just showing her, his little streets and stuff, and then of course get to
and that's what she wanted. That was so sweet. Like she wanted to, when they talk about things, she wants to,
that was
better, like wanting to see like the tourist spots.
Yeah, she wants to know like what he be talking about anytime they bring up anything like his neighborhood and stuff. And it was funny when they were sitting at that was it a track or something, and he's like, "Let's go for the game makers come."
Oh yeah,
like you're not trying to run. Yeah.
Like you trying to scare me? He was like, "No, we gotta go.
No, we gotta go for real."
So yeah. Then that was fast. So now we're at the prison, the sit down, and he finally sees his dad after almost 10 years.
They was crying together. It's beautiful.
It took a minute to get to that part because it was some back and forth going on.
You guys said earlier how you disagree with I'm calling him Liam, but it's what you
Abraham.
It's like Abraham,
I think.
Abraham. He wanted to be a great dad, and like he just felt like prison just wasn't a place for kids. In which I agree with him, like it's not a place for kids. But
I get that, but what about the letters though?
Yeah, there's no contact whatsoever, nothing.
I get the phone call. I get that part because it's like you're basically relating me now as a caged human being.
It's like I'm writing you, but it's like I'm supposed to be there. Like he was so hands on, like to go from hands on and just now it's just letters, or it's just like
to be hands on and then just nothing
at all, because he didn't do anything. He wrote like 1-2 letters maybe in 10 years. And
I think he wrote on one time and just let him know, like, I gave you everything that you need to,
and see, like, in his mind, I know that in his soul, he believed he did the right thing.
Right.
But honestly, when you make decisions like that, you have to think about the person that you're making that decision for, because it's not just you. I'm gonna not do this because I don't want to. No, but you have to think about that child. A letter from my father. If you know what's going on with me in life, even if you're not here, and we can communicate, and I can tell you, and I can talk to you, and you can talk to me back. That means so much more. When you take away everything, I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate you because you're in prison and you're writing me letters.
Like, I think he turned out great, minus all the women, but at the same time, he just knew that when it's time to be a good man, he was gonna be it. But I think I don't know, like
he might have turned out great. He might have turned out great, but those years from when his daddy left till he saw him, that's like torture. Because you're thinking like, man, do he love me? Do he still want me? He's thinking like that from a kid to an adult.
He needed to hear that. And even when he sat in front of his daddy, what did he say? I needed my father. Like, I needed him. I needed you. You weren't there. Physically, okay, but you have to be there in some form. When you just disappear completely, that makes the child feel like crap. It makes me, you got everything you need. I'm 10. What do you mean? Right. You may have taught me discipline. Okay. You may have taught me to run. Okay. I know how to respect.
Taught him a lot.
Still learning. Like, it's a lot of things that happen in life as a child.
He wasn't able to be there because of what he did.
His dad was like, he was being punished. The dad was. But then he turned around and said that he was being punished too. He felt like that he was being punished for missing all those years with no contact or anything. It's not just the daddy was being punished for what he did, but he was being punished too.
The family was being punished. Yeah. And it was like he barely wrote his mom too. So his mom wrote him a lot, but he barely wrote his mama back.
That mama, I tell you.
She's older. That's ride or die.
Ride or die, honey. She's strong.
But I felt like him and Adria, like, what is it called? Because I think he did. I don't know what I would do in that situation, but I don't fault him for that. And I feel like he did what he thought would be right.
Yeah.
And I just think that, like, both his parents are, like, really good parents. And I feel like opposites attract, because she got, like, trash parents and, like, he has good parents, in my opinion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that came together. It's like now she gets to, like, have that have that, what's it called?
Mother-in-law, possibly.
Yeah, because I could definitely see that. Definitely see them being together, and it's so sweet. Like her mom, like his mom likes her.
Yeah, because I think she mentioned it about like his relationship with his mom. Seeing that, and that's something that she want, like a child and a parent how they supposed to be.
Yeah. Like she'll have that, and their kids will have that. But yeah.
Out of all of the notes that I took, like the part that got me the most was that part when he was saying about him being punished because he took a man's life, and he had to internalize that, because first he thought he was in the right for what he did, but then he realized, like, okay, I took a man's life, Right. But the punishment was supposed to be only for him and not for his family. Right. That's what he thought he was doing, and for his son to sit there and say that disconnect all these years, that punished me too. That hurt. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like it really hit me, because y'all know my father's been in and out of prison my entire life. First time he ever been out, I was 25 with kid and married. I ain't know that man. But I'm not like, families, their family is good or whatever. But like, I didn't know them like that. I didn't know them like that, and I didn't know him like that. And to because it's literally a punishment for everybody who was in your life beforehand, even if mom wasn't in my life. But for his family, everybody's missing him because he's there. But that really hurt me when he said that. Like it was punishing me too.
Yeah,
it was just really upset. And I when Asha told him, tell your dad everything, like I was hoping that he did, and he really just laid it all out, like because he was hurting, and he would not let that. He wouldn't let that out unless he was running. That's what he was running for. He was always running whenever he felt some kind of way, and that I feel like that made him feel connected
to his dad.
Because I know he said his dad, I think, would run because of like it was like a meditation or something, like peacefulness and well-being and stuff. But I feel like that was something. That's all he could do. It was run. He didn't have his dad. Like all he could do was run. So he kept up with that, and it will pay off eventually. The Olympic training and stuff. It was really sweet and cute. With the mom and the dad, like their reunion when she first saw him, and it was like, come on, you really after 10 years have not thought about anybody, because that connection that they had, it wasn't no normal thing. You know, she was like, she knew she was in love with him after hours of meeting him or something when they were like 17. So it wasn't a normal, it was a very like strong like love and bond, and it was nothing was going to break that. Even this, his decision not to have his family, you know, basically contact him, even though she wrote
had him. She told him everything. That was her. She was connecting by just writing.
Yeah, even if he didn't write back, I'm glad that she did do that. I mean, maybe that's what kept it, you know, for her. Yeah. It's like some form of sanity. You're still talking to him, and you know he's reading it, you know, even if you don't respond. But I thought that was really like sweet and cute in the end when they were leaving and he said something to his wife and she, you know, had some type of little moment with him, and even the guard, he like looked away to give him a little privacy because they was like a little, it's, you know, I felt that, you know, I saw that happen. Like she did a good job. I like how she was writing this book. So yeah, after prison, it was a quiet ride home, right? It was like a couple hours, right? 3 hours maybe. And it was a quiet ride home. They weren't talking. I guess he said they were both processing the visit, but the girl wasn't there. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see it coming. I was really shocked that she had left because I thought she would want to be there for him because I know he was going to be so excited and wanted to share everything that happened and what was said, and I thought she would want to be there to, you know, get all that news, all that excitement.
Yeah.
She was gone. Yeah. But on the other hand, I could see why she might have left, you know, because now we're going back to the real world. You know, she wanted to get a head start on it. She didn't want it to be awkward. I could see that.
Yeah.
But they have grown with each other too. You know, they have experienced a lot within this
week.
A lot.
Yeah.
So their relationship has changed to me. So I don't know. I was torn with it. I could see why she left, and then I could like, why would you leave? And I don't know.
And that letter she left, like,
said nothing.
She just said, like, I know that you had a great, you know, trip, and I'm happy for you. Like, I know that you had a good meeting. I would have loved too, because it's just like, you a player, and it's like, I see all type of women in your house all the time, and only reason why we did what we did because I was the only woman there, and yes, it's like, and I like you so much that it's gonna hurt me more if you push away first. So I'm gonna push away first.
Okay, so if they had only if they were the only ones on the campus, and that's when they were intimate, has whatever on campus, just because it's only two people, that's different. She has gone to Jersey with him and his friends. She's gone to California and met his mom. She knows secrets and deep down things that he has not told anybody. Connected on so many levels and have told each other things that they do not communicate to other people. It happened. I see why she did it because of how she explained it. Like, we got to go back to the real world. This was not real. You know, it happened so fast that she was into it, but she's trying to protect herself. And saying that it's not real. She doesn't believe that he really was going to want to tell her or talk to her. She just felt like if she was there, that was just what he was going to do out of, you know, because she's there. But when they go back, like she said, we're going to go back and then we're going to go to our opposite apartments and we're just not going to, you know, and he'll end up with all these girls at his door again. Like, I got why she did that because she's trying to, you know, protect herself. But they done went.
And his first day back, that girl was over there.
Oh my gosh.
His first day back, that girl.
Oh my, yeah. She lost a flash drive. Girl, go sit down somewhere. Talking about, and then when he denied her, if I want D, I just got to find her somewhere else. Bye. He don't want you anyway. I hate it when they don't see that. Like,
because he kept sleeping with her.
That's true.
He came over.
That's true.
If he didn't want her, he should have told her. Like,
Because he did, yeah, get it, like he would say stuff as if he, you know, it always would say as if he cared anyway, but he'll just like answer a question.
Yeah, you still said something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that happened after she saw them after she, oh my gosh, she had to face old dude, Bennett.
She did.
To get into that class that she needed to graduate.
She did really good, but you would think that she would be so timid. That's how I thought of her, but she's very outspoken.
Very,
she done grown up.
Like she was very, like that's the thing about her. I think it must be the intimidation of her. She just is intimidated by certain people or certain situations, but other ones when she got to do something, say she just gung ho. Like I'm not gonna back down. I need this. You did this to me. You know why I can't graduate, so you need to fix it. You know you're the only way I can get it done or whatever. And I like the little line afterwards when he was like, I never told you I was sorry. She said, yeah, you're right. You never did. You know, did. You said it. Oh, that was so ugly. So yeah. So
wait, I don't know. I just
what?
I would never guess that he was white.
How you didn't know he was white?
She said he was white.
Yeah.
I would never guess that he was white.
I mean, she white? No, I'm playing.
No, she's white. But now that I just said that, her daddy is white.
Has to be. I mean, white Italian something. Yeah, he's not black.
So is that the father figure thing?
Man. Oh.
She didn't have sex with her daddy.
No.
Don't know who he is.
Stupid. Nah, but yeah, like the older, yeah, and he kind of preyed on her though.
Of course,
they be doing that, and like, how many years was that?
She said her first 2 years in military.
I mean, come on,
3 years, girl,
in college.
That's a long time to be like playing with somebody like that. And expect her not to be crazy, okay? Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, I'm glad that she did, stand up to him, and she was like, you have to do this. Like basically, like you this is your fault. You have to fix it, and he agreed to.
I like when she was inside the class, and like he asked her like, why you want to be in this class? She was like, to graduate. Which that's my first thought too. Like I'm in here to get my diploma.
Yeah.
But, when like he asked her to stay back, and she just was like, I'm gonna do my job, do my work. I ain't actually, all I'm asking you to do is,
let me in a class.
Yeah. It's like he thought that she just was just gonna sit there. Like,
yeah,
that was the case, don't even put me in the class. Just give me a grade. If that's the case, I don't have to be here at all. Like, I don't know.
I know that was hard though, dude, to be in that class with him, and it's only like 8 students, and y'all in his office. In the office, I'm sure she done been up on. She already said she'll be up all in the office.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm too childish. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have graduated late.
I know. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. We would have had some problems. So yeah, after the Bennett, after he turned down Chantal.
She told him the rumor.
No, well before that.
Okay.
Before that, when he started getting Asha to go run with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. And then they were into that, whatever. But it's like they weren't. They were just acting kind of like nothing happened, but the connection was still there. He
was acting like that.
No kissing and stuff, because she. But in his mind,
he keep her guard up, but she still, she still wanted to be with him, but she's like, I ain't gonna have to. So I gotta.
What's the dude name from?
I was just gonna say that at that party. Oh my God, I love that.
Girl.
I love the party scene, and he gonna come in there. talking about what she wanted, like, why she over there with corny Craig? Like, and that's exactly what his friend told him. He was like, all right, with a girl like her, somebody else gonna come up and get her if you don't, if you don't snatch her up.
Yeah.
Out. And as soon as he said that, here come, was it Craig?
That's his name, Craig. That was his name.
Oh, I love that part. And it's like, you feel for her because, he's over here with all these girls, they all up on her, and Zora and them, they all popular and whatever, so she's kind of still on her own. But this guy noticed her. A guy actually noticed her, and they were getting along. And then here comes this fool. Hey, you still running tomorrow? You with me, right?
You need to stop drinking. Go sleep.
My God.
Take you home? No, I didn't say all that.
Rude. He was so rude.
Like, can you give us a minute? Like, no, I'm not with you. And especially because she don't know that he wasn't sleeping with that girl.
Right.
So she felt like what they had is not really anything. Because he's not claiming her. It was nothing like that. So she moving on, and she trying to, have a little, what she called him, like skinny. She called him skinny, I think. Her skinny little.
Ivy, when she talked to him, I don't know what she called him, but when she talked to Javi, and like he didn't really like him because he was like, you use one word twice or something, so he wasn't like, it wasn't like a fire.
A nice guy.
Yeah.
But I thought, I've been going up a little bit. Yeah, when he had came to her apartment, he was supposed for the dinner.
Yeah.
He brought food.
Yeah.
I was like, they gonna be in there by themselves. What is this dude gonna try to do? I thought he was gonna try to do something. I know he act like a nerd and all, but I thought he was gonna try to do something, and then Cal was gonna have to come rescue her and all that stuff.
Oh, you thought it was gonna be like, oh.
I didn't think that.
That would have been bad. Yeah, he didn't, because you never know though with people. And like they were kind of like doing the same, like always together. The dates that were, happening fast. So
yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
I'm glad he got hurt again.
They were in the hallway. He was telling her about how he talked to his dad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just want to tell her like what's going on in his life. Like that was.
He was like, yeah, but she was the first person he wanted to tell. He even held it from Deuce.
He felt like, she should know first.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I love him.
And then Craig popped up for his date.
Okay, so that part, when you have this girl and y'all connecting and stuff, some disconnect happening because they could have just talked about it. He could have just been straight with her, when he came back, that he wanted to, wanted more. But he didn't.
Both of them could have said something.
Both of them could have said something. But she, she felt like it was just what he said, a winter adventure, because he mentioned that before.
She repeated him.
Yeah, so it was like just like this thing that happened and that's it. So he would have had to basically said something in order for her to believe that was more than just that week that they had. Even though I feel like, I don't know. But she needed that from him. But for Craig to come up in there and just threaten it all, that's when you see that you got to say something.
When she told him that Craig was the first person that noticed her. And
oh, yeah.
And then he tried to mention like his friends, and she was like, "That's your friends." And he was like, "What about me? Do I count?"
Like, no, no, because I just happened to you, like that's how she really felt. It wasn't something that like he was pursuing her. Just like you said, they were the only ones there. How else is she supposed to feel? You never see me otherwise. So,
and I didn't been here all. I was having my baby.
You've been here. Yeah.
I just love the part when she told him everything. That's what I was trying to find. The part where she told him everything
that happened.
It had been going on and everything. And I was trying to find what he said to her that I love so much. I love Kaleem because he might have started out as a hoe, but underneath all of that, he's really caring, and he knew what he wanted, and he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah,
For that.
Yeah, he did.
That, and he knew it. So that's why he was dating. He wasn't dating, but having sex with all these girls. And so when Asha came along, it was a whole new ball game for him, and he knew it.
Yeah.
And it's like everything that his dad instilled in him was still in there, and it was just pouring out. And man, his words, where are my words? I need my words.
Oh no, I got it. Pause. Wait, you texted it to me.
Oh, I did.
Wait.
Oh my gosh. I love him so much.
So here you go. When he said, I knew that there was someone in your past that made you feel used.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he kept saying that about her. It was like she was evasive about things, but appearing to be like open about things. Right. But she was always like avoiding certain topics and stuff. And I remember he said that.
He was just he helped her to his standard. He was setting the standard. He was saying how the relationship they had, it wasn't, I guess it's not the norm in what he was gonna give her. He's so special.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. He's just so naive. That's all it was. It was. And the teacher just played on it. He just played it and just took advantage.
Yeah.
They do that and like it's just like support her, because it's like she ain't know no better. She ain't get no attention.
It's her mama's fault.
Like she did it. And I was saying like about Kaleem, like how he handled that situation when he found out, he handled it in a very mature, because like when he was listening, like he could have easily like interrupted her or whatever, but he just let her just like get it all out.
Yep, she got it all out.
And he did.
Yeah, that's when I started.
Like, don't know, girl. No, people with their 40s don't even care like that to say stuff like that.
I can see this as a movie. I can see it.
I can see that play out. Yeah. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Forrester. Yes, this could be a Lifetime show. I see it. Yes, I do.
Even Netflix, like anything, like what? Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say which one I want to play out because I want to be an actress. No.
Girl. Oh.
She went back home. Like they were having like, oh no, that's.
I remember Craig coming to New York in the epilogue, and they had like lunch or something together.
Oh, he was mad.
He ain't like that. Kaleem was mad about that.
Why she told him? What she tell him for?
Because she tells her boo everything.
I would have thought it would have been a big idea. I mean, a big problem, like in her shoes. But I guess
for her, but for guys, no.
Especially somebody who was trying to get in there.
So would y'all have moved? At the end?
Her mama sucked. Like,
yeah, I would have moved. I'm sorry.
I don't see why she went back to her mama. Like, I'm just like, why not go with him? Like, you already doing with him, and y'all just picked out the apartment together and everything. Like, I didn't understand like why she was going back home, and then she didn't even know what she wanted to do. Like, she wanted to like stop school for a while.
Yeah, she wanted to take off for a year.
It's like you could have did that with him. Like, I was like, why is she going home? Like, she ain't really got no home. Like, her mom sucks. Like,
but it's like you don't want to move it. That's a big step moving in.
Very big
somebody,
step.
And then on the other side of the daggone country. But like Tisha said,
y'all could be roommates again. I mean, next door neighbors again.
Oh, that's true. They could have. Yeah.
No, because she didn't have anything. They would have had to live together. She didn't have anything. He just found she helped him find an apartment. She didn't have a job. She didn't have a place to live. So of course she would have to stay with him. I wouldn't have went.
Ibrahim at the
I wouldn't have went back
graduation.
home. I would have been like, look, I'm gonna find a job. I don't want to go back home. You know how it is.
But we skipped. Well, it's weird. We're at the end, but we didn't even say what happened about the girl. We didn't say about Bennett. You know, when she explained what she told him. She told him about them being together in the whole situation, but she got pregnant by him and left, and he was like, "You got a baby," or somebody said, "You had a baby,"
Yeah. And she's like, "I had a miscarriage."
But yeah, so they graduated, and his dad was there, and her mom and her dude was there, and they didn't really care.
Yeah, didn't want to be there and left right after.
They didn't stay for the party.
I'm surprised she even went.
That's true.
They must have been going there for vacation anyway.
Her mom was a trip. Like for real. I with her, yeah, that would have been it. Like she said, because she said it's a hobby. Like she's not a kid anymore. You know, when he was saying how her mom doesn't care. Like she doesn't care about her kid. Like not calling you Thanksgiving and none of that stuff. She's like, I'm not a kid. He's like, you're her kid. Like she should care.
You always be
right.
You know, she's like, once I'm in the real world, I'm an adult, and once I start taking care of myself, like, you know, whatever. So, wait.
So when she told Kaleem about like Javi, like he was like jealous of him, like what's going on, like, you know, like is it your boyfriend? And like, you know, and it's just like she never told him he was gay. Like,
no,
why she can't tell him? Like,
no,
I guess that's just her friend. She didn't.
She's a friend. Yeah, when he first said it, she's like, "Wait, you like a boyfriend?" It's like, no. If he was like a boyfriend, I wouldn't be in no freaking California.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You would too.
But like at that point, I would have said, you know, like, you know, he gay.
Yeah, I would have said it, but she never said it.
Like he said, like a brother.
Like but still, you know, if even if it's like a brother.
Yes, even if it's like a brother, it's like maybe. Yeah, maybe you think he's a brother, but he doesn't look at you like that, you know. So and that's what he said, and that's sometimes true where you think somebody a friend, but they want more. Yeah. And it's like it was funny when he said, I forgot what he said happened, but Kaleem was like, he did a hand motion or something, and I knew he was for the other team. Like I thought that was funny, like at the graduation.
Yeah. That's what he found out.
Yeah.
Like.
He's like, oh, I don't got nothing to worry about now.
I know. You can talk to Javi all the time.
Yeah, cool with me.
All right. But yeah, that was good. Overall, like, I like the seriousness of their flaws and the seriousness of their issues. Being with their, you know, with his father and how he handled the whole prison thing, and then with her mom, like basically, like she said, her mother doesn't mother, you know, she's not that type of person. She treated her like a freaking roommate, and she was supposed to be responsible for herself, and she was a child. And those type of things really, it built a certain type of character flaw within them. And I liked how real that was, you know. A lot of the issues, like somebody cheated on me or this happened, that happened. Like, nah, it's like something that developed when you were a child and over time. And I like that. I love Kaleem. If we're gonna talk about the favorite characters, y'all know how we do. Kaleem is it.
Yes.
I like everything. Everything, like from him being like the normal typical dude just screwing all these girls or whatever, but then once he, you know, because he kept fighting that idea of having like a Zora like Deuce had, because he wanted to focus, he didn't want distraction, and then he finds, you know, Asha and somebody he can tell everything to, you know. She's just a friend when they get back to college, you know, get back to school, but you know, he finally breaks that wall. Like, now we gonna be more.
Yeah, he thought they could just be friends.
Yeah, because even when he said, and it was some line, he was like, "We can't do something." Oh, when they were about to be in the mama house, making noise in that room when they shouldn't have been.
Oh
But
yeah.
before that, yeah, he was like, we can't because, I want you too much. Like he always says stuff. I don't know if she would always believe the words that he says, but it's like he say the right stuff at the right time. But he's
she
been with
believe
so
it because she
many
left his butt.
she little, but like he's been with so many girls, like you would think that they can't think off the top, things like that normal to say to get in your draws. That's what he was doing. But he really he showed like a really good side of him. I like, and I love that he was able, even after being so mad at his dad, he was able to forgive him. He was able to.
He's pretty dope. He's like my favorite character. Well, they're one, as you guys clearly see in the book. Yeah. I love his parents.
His mama Jada, that's ride or die for real. Like she stuck with him. She really stuck with him because they had something real, and it's like her son would have not understood that. He did not understand that. And then when she finally explained it to him, how they committed to one another after his dad had went to jail for like a year or something. And they made that commitment. And she said he treated me like a wife before we were even married. And they were celibate until they were married.
Yeah.
But still, like that's real. Like that's something that, come on. You know how it is with all these people. It's so hard for people to not do, anything. Like they just they can't keep the pants on. But for them to have done that, and he didn't know how deep their connection and love was, and why she would wait for him. She knew what type of man she had, and she said that now I want you to know what type of man your father is. Like it was just so many like really deep conversations and stuff.
Yes.
That really, I love that. I know we go, but it was just so many moments. And I love like the going back and forth and learning how, I'm not gonna say his name again because I know I'm butchering it. So how Kaleem's daddy, how he was with him, and how he was just, we all want daddies like that.
I do. I still do.
Shut up. I don't need one no more. I'm good. But yeah, it's like
my kids are grandpa.
See his good background, and then you get to see Asha's like messed up relationship with her mom. But yeah, Kaleem he's like all around. He's all around the perfect like character. He's just like the flaws and why he had the flaws, and then how he was able to overcome them. And this girl helps him do that. I love that.
I love it. I love him.
Yeah.
I sound like Felicia, don't know.
You do right now, yeah.
What you say?
I love him. I love him. You know how you always get the guy,
right?
Actually, I love the parents this time.
Good.
I do love him too, but like he wasn't my favorite. It was his parents.
Their love was pretty awesome.
But they did create somebody amazing,
But yeah, that's it. We all love Kaleem, and you love Jada and Ibrahim. I don't know.
The daddy.
The baby dad. But yeah, so yeah, she did a good job. I mean, Nia Forrester, like even being a third person, like I like that because you get to see everything. Give me your overall.
5 stars. Oh, overall, like I love the book. Like I didn't put it down. Like I didn't have I read it that day. Like I read it. I started in the morning and I finished like the afternoon.
Yeah, I lost sleep when I read this. Like that uncomfortable type of like I really need to go to bed. Like go to sleep. I was like, nah, just wait. I'm like at 80%. It is. It was just very. Like I said, it's very relatable to people who have like real issues.
Yeah, like yes, I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, and even with the girl with her vulnerability with the teacher, like that stuff happens, and leaving school and they have to come back and have to deal with people. Like all of it was really, it was bad stuff, but it was not.
It was realistic.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't like over the top. It was like real, like normal type of bad things that can happen to everyday people. And that does happen to everyday people. So yeah, I really appreciated the story. I appreciate how she told it, the going back in time and stuff, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Nia Forrester, for our book of the month for March, Snowflake.
5 stars.
Mysterious. Remember she said that? You called me fleeting and mysterious and impermanent. So what are you talking to me for? I'm impermanent. That's all we got for this month. That was Snowflake by Nia Forrester. Amazing book. 5 stars from us. It was very emotional. It got everything out of us. We saw it. We wanted to turn to a movie. We're going to put that in the name of Jesus. Put that out there for Nia Forrester. Get that.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Until next time.
Bye, y'all.